Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Callous Road Developer Log. And today we've got even more exciting features for you, so let's check them out. If you come into the prop room, or anywhere that has props really, and you attach stuff to yourself, and then open up your handheld overlay, you will see a new tab in the backpacks section. If I click on that, it knows that I'm holding on to this prop. And now, if I click it, and click on the yellow, or the yellow arrow, it will move into my backpack. And now it's in my backpack, that means it no longer exists in the world. It is in the database, and so it is completely safe. I can transfer between maps with it. I can leave it for between sessions, and I know that it will always be there. Now, if I want to bring it back, all I have to do is double click it, and it'll take a couple seconds. And there it is. Right on my feet. There we go. Now if I want to grab more items, you can have up to 4 props attached to your body at one time, plus 2 in your hands, so that's 6. And it will take a couple seconds to fill in. There it is. And you can actually see if I drop this, it will disappear, and then I grab it, and it will reappear. So let's go ahead and start bringing all this stuff into my backpack, like so. And you'll see it disappearing. There we go. Now it's all safe, and I can do whatever I want. And if I want to bring everything back, I can spawn it all at once. Now, some of you might be wondering, how does this affect characters? So if you have a character with skin-tight clothing, and you don't have any pockets, you don't have any pouches, you don't have any backpacks, basically you cannot use this system. If you have a small pouch, you can carry small items, like let's say 1 rune or a couple of dice, stuff like that. If you have a medium backpack, you can probably carry a lot of small items, but you wouldn't be able to stuff an entire sniper rifle in there. Maybe a couple pistols. If you have a gigantic backpack, or maybe you specifically build in a clarinet case to your avatar, you can totally store a Mars sniper rifle. And that is basically going outside of that is metagaming. So we'll have to keep an eye on that because this stuff is not really hard locked down. This is this is up to you to honor those rules. Now all we gotta do is go down to the Upper City channel, hit the pinned messages, and we go to this link to get our browser authorized, and then we go to this link to launch the handheld overlay. And then here we type in our exact VRChat username with capital sensitivity, or if you have any weird characters, you might want to just copy it, paste it straight from the website, however you want to make that happen. And then we grab this password and paste. And there we go. And I'm sure some of you might be wondering, how do you get all this actually into VR? So let's start with the very most basic and simple one, is the SteamVR overlay. If you click on the SteamVR button on your controller, you can open up to your library tab or whatever you are on last, and if you click on this little button down here, that'll bring you to your desktops. And then you've got it right here. But if you want it a little bit more focused, you can go to that, and you can add it as a specific window. And now it's much larger and easier to click the buttons. Now, one downside to this is that while you're in there, your arms are completely down your sides. So not a super good option, but if you don't want to worry about any kind of complicated setup, that's the one for you. And if you're on Oculus, all you have to do is click on your Oculus button, and then you can open up Virtual Desktop, go to the monitor that has it, and it's going to be right here. And again, if you want it more focused, you can click with your trigger and then grab with your grab button, and you can pull it out into its own separate window. And then we can close that, and now it is all on its own, and you can scale it up and down with left and right, and move it in and out with the forward and backwards. And then if you close the Oculus menu, it'll disappear, and it'll come right back to you. There you go. And my personal favorite is Excess Overlay. This is on SteamVR, and the reason I like it is because it has a different interface to OVR Toolkit, but really that's the main difference. Like, OVR Toolkit and Excess Overlay both do the exact same thing, they just have a different interface. So just pick whichever one looks nicer to you, and you'll be fine. And if you really care enough, you can compare and contrast. They are both, I believe, $10 or $15, around that range. And when you first get started with it, you will be able to double tap your A button to toggle it, and then you can create new windows like so, and go to the windows and select the handheld overlay. Now, this is probably one of the best ways to use it in my opinion, because you can double tap to toggle, and also it will follow you. If you turn it off here and then turn it on here, it'll come right along with you. And if you want to attach it to your hand, we can go left on there, and then let's scale it down a little bit to match. There we go. And lock it so I can't move it, and pin it so it stays there when I turn this off. So now it's always there. And here we have OVR Toolkit. It is also on SteamVR. It is $12. And to access it, we do the exact same thing. Double tap your A button, and we can spawn new window. We can go to the window settings, which opens up on here, and then we can go to switch window, and there it is. Okay, and then we can scroll all the way down here and attach it to our left hand. And then here the lock actually completely disables input, so you don't want to do that. Just pin it, and then you can turn it off, and there you go.